Guys, it's the Real Aquarian here. I'm doing a specialty reading today. I've been getting some comments on my YouTube channel and also through my direct message on Instagram in regards to people's situations. Like, they're kind of concerned about how things are going, and so I decided I was going to do a specialty reading today, and it's going to be a status update on your current situation. So I'm just going to jump right in. Thanks for tuning in. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't resonate, leave it there. This is a general read, status update on your current situation. All right. See what we see. See what you got going on. Oop. Okay. Okay. Status update on your current situation. I have to say, I don't really like what I'm seeing. But I would say that to an extent because there's always hope and there's always a silver lining. But in regards to the current situation, I immediately see a burden. You are overwhelmed. You are carrying much on your shoulders. There's a kind of discomfort. What once was, idealized as good, as positive, as a good thing, has become burdensome. Has hit a place of, you kind of feel a little oppressed. You kind of feel as though something is weighing you down. So that's what I mean by that kind of discomfort. It's affecting the spirit. It's affecting your growth. But keep in mind, though, that this is, the end of struggles, the end of this cycle of carrying your burden. That is what the Ten of Wands brings in, is understanding that cycle is ending. So with that, you will lay down your burden. You will be able to lay down those feelings of oppression, those feelings of, kind of, stunted, positive perspective, keep in mind that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So we have the Queen of Swords here, and that's what I mean by the light at the end of the tunnel. She's kind of our saving grace, in this reading here, because what she represents is whatever this situation is, and I'm seeing, it could be all sorts of things, but I'm seeing not good things, a negative situation. But what I'm seeing here with the Queen of Swords is the need to not only proceed forward, the need not only to make a decision regarding the situation, but the advice here is the decision should not be based on emotion. The Queen of Swords is a no bullshit kind of lady. She's one of those where she's that she's that like shit talking friend that gets like real with you. That's what the Queen of Swords is. So in regards to this situation, she's kind of telling you, this ain't about emotion, because emotions can cloud the judgment. Sometimes you do make decisions based on emotions. This situation is not emotion-based. This situation needs to be logical, needs to be fact-based. You need to be able to lay it all out there and really see it with clarity of thought. You need to be very thoughtful in how you're going to proceed. But in doing so, you need to kind of remove the emotional aspect to the situation. Because in this particular situation, it's not going to help you make a clear thinking, unbiased kind of judgment. This is about impartiality. You have to really, it's cold hard facts. That's what it is. Lay out the situation and proceed based on solely the facts, not maybe how you feel about it or you don't feel and you doubt. And because that's what I get here. You have the Devil, and that's why emotions aren't the decision maker for this situation. They should not be in the driver's seat. You have logic and facts driving this car when it comes to handling this situation. But with the Devil, when I'm talking about the emotions needing to be out of the way, the Devil is a signifier of all sorts of bad things. Bottom line, it comes down to harmful behaviors, harmful situations, harmful impulses. So what I'm seeing in the situation is, once again, you have constraint. So we have this burden going on in your situation where you're really being weighed down, to a point where, again, weighing of the spirit, it's getting to a point that it is so negative. It is, you know, seeping into your life with such a potency, that it's starting to kind of fuck up your spirit. And that's never a good thing, because we have two indicators of, you know, getting two indicators that are telling you your spirit is getting fucked with. Your personal growth is getting fucked with. I hate to cuss so much. It's just, this reading really is just bothering me, because there's this real negative thing that's attached, and I hate that for you. I don't want that, but there is a saving grace. You can make your decision to end this cycle. And remember, this is a representation of end of cycle. That's the situation you're facing now. It's the end of the suffering. But what I'm getting here is, I mean, this could be an unhealthy codependence. This could be, you know, feelings of possessiveness. This could be, you know, addictions. This could be abuse. This could be, you know, anything super unhealthy to yourself, to your growth, to your progression forward, to your life's journey, through, you know, to your happiness, to your life. There's a real negative, you know, thing that's just kind of there. But with the devil comes the realization that you also have choices. There's always options. So I would just immediately, what I would say here is, if your situation is in regards to a relationship, if you're in a relationship, the devil showing up typically says, I'm getting fuddled here. If you're in a relationship, the Ten of Wands is signifying a burden in said relationship. The Queen of Swords is saying you're going to need to make a decision about that relationship. And the devil is telling you the decision sometimes comes down to, it's not worth enduring any longer. Relationships sometimes are so toxic. They get to a level of toxicity that sometimes they just need to be ended. Sometimes you just have to walk away. That could be relationship. This can also be, your situation may also be in terms of addiction, in terms of any kind of unhealthy behavior. But if you're single, I would put that out there also. This is about the kind of bad behaviors that are seemingly exhilarating initially, and then eventually you kind of wake up one day and you don't like what you see. You don't like how you've been. You don't like what you do. You know, kind of self-hatred kind of sets in. So make the decision about your situation, be it addiction, be it abuse, be it any unhealthy, harmful things to your spirits. And remember here, what I'm seeing is a decision needing to be made, but alongside the devil, there is, you know, an emotional aspect that you're kind of having to do battle with. Because with the devil, with these bad, harmful things in your life, there's always a fear, you know. This is a holding pattern of burden, of strife, of stress. But at the end of the day, you have choices. You can choose to opt out of this situation. But I understand that with that comes fear. You know, if you have to make a real big, you know, possibly life-changing decision for yourself, it's kind of scary to see, you know, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but what's on the other side of it? I understand that there is real fear in that, but you cannot let the fear call the shots. Fear cannot be driving this car. Logic, facts. That is what is going to get you out of this holding pattern of just negative kind of vibes. You will be able to end the cycle and come out on the other end happier, better positioned. So it's one of those, don't let fear make your decisions. Let logic, let facts, let information make your decision so that you could proceed forward best for you. You know, it's always good to have empathy and, you know, compassion, and, you know, these are all good characteristics, but in this situation, emotion kind of be damned. Emotion is kind of part of the problem. A lot of times with the devil shows up as a result of, you know, a lot of messed up things out there that can happen. And so the devil, addictions and things like that, codependencies, things like that, are a result of past hurts, past wounds, past trauma. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Don't let the fear of coming out the other end, don't let the fear of leaving this behind scare you to a point where you're not making a clear decision on how to approach or how to move forward, how to actually leave this. This is definitely a holding pattern though right now. There's this kind of, you know, when's it going to be over kind of situation here. It'll be over as soon as you move aside emotions, fears, doubts, and look at the facts. Lay it all out. Make your decision based on that. So I hope this helped. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, if it doesn't resonate, leave it. If it does, that's great. Let me know. I'll take comments. If you guys have a question you want me to answer, I can do a general read or pick a card. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen.